Hey guys, this is Amit and you are watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between Poco M3 Pro versus Samsung Galaxy M21. And we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, M3 Pro have triple camera setup, 48 megapixel of wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. Whereas M21 also comes with triple camera setup, 48 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera and 5 megapixel of depth sensor. So the winner here is M21 because it have better camera sensor. And about the front camera of the devices, M3 Pro have 8 megapixel of wide camera, whereas M21 have 20 megapixel of wide camera. So the winner here is M21 because it have 20 megapixel of wide camera which can take low noisy photos in low light condition. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. M3 Pro have dual LED flash HDR and panorama, whereas M21 have LED flash HDR and panorama. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it have dual LED flash. And about the video recording options in the devices, M3 Pro can shoot Full HD video max at 30fps and M21 can shoot 4K video max at 30fps and Full HD video max at 30fps with gyro electronic image stabilization. So the winner here is M21 because it can record in 4K and it have gyro electronic image stabilization. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. M3 Pro have Android 11 support, whereas M21 also have Android 11 support, so it's a tie. And about the user interface of the devices, M3 Pro have MIUI, whereas M21 comes with one UI. So it's a tie because both of the user interface have different UI. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. M3 Pro is powered by Dimensity 700 5G based on 7nm processor, whereas M21 is powered by Exynos 9611 based on 12nm processor. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it have higher processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, M3 Pro is packed with Mali G57, whereas M21 is packed with Mali G72. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it can give you more FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. M3 Pro can clock at 2.2 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset, whereas M21 can clock at 2.3 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset. So the winner here is M21 because it have faster clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, M3 Pro comes with two RAM variants, 4 and 6 GB, whereas M21 also have two variants, 4 and 6 GB. So clearly the winner here is M3 Pro because it have high speed of RAM. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. M3 Pro comes with two storage options, 64 and 128 GB, whereas M21 also have two options, 64 and 128 GB. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it have faster read and write speed. And about the external storage of the devices, M3 Pro have dedicated card slot, whereas M21 also have dedicated card slot, so it's a tie. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. M3 Pro have 6.5 inches of display, whereas M21 also have 6.4 inches of display. So it's a tie because both of the devices have approximately the same display size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, M3 Pro have approximately 83.7%, whereas M21 have 84.2%. So again, it's a tie because both of the devices have approximately the same ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. M3 Pro comes with Full HD Plus display, and the other side M21 have Full HD Plus display too. So it's a tie here. And about the display type of the devices, M3 Pro have IPS LCD display having 90Hz of refresh rate, and M21 have Super AMOLED display. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it have 90Hz of refresh rate which can give you high frame rate in games. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. M3 Pro have 8.9mm of thickness, whereas M21 have 8.9mm of thickness. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same thickness. Talking about the weight of the devices, M3 Pro have 190 grams of weight, whereas M21 have 188 grams of weight. So it's a tie because both of the devices have approximately the same body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, M3 Pro have Gorilla Glass 3, whereas M21 have Gorilla Glass 3. So it's a tie because both of the devices can give you same protection. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. M3 Pro have plastic back with plastic frame, whereas M21 have plastic back with plastic frame. So again, it's a tie because both of the devices have same build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support, so it's a tie. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices. Let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. M3 Pro have side mounted fingerprint scanner. In the other side, M21 have rear mounted fingerprint scanner. So it's your call which side you prefer, it's up to you. And about the sensors in the devices, M3 Pro have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, whereas M21 have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass. So it's a tie. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. M3 Pro have 5000 mAh of battery capacity, whereas M21 have 6000 mAh of battery capacity. So clearly the winner here is M21 because it have bigger battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. M3 Pro have 18 watts of fast charging, whereas M21 have 15 watts of fast charging. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it can charge up your device faster. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. M3 Pro comes with normal speakers, whereas M21 also have normal speakers. So it's a tie. And about the headphone jack of the devices, M3 Pro have 3.5mm of headphone jack, whereas M21 also have. So it's a tie. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices comes with Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot. So it's a tie. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, M3 Pro have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth, whereas M21 have 5th generation of Bluetooth. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it have newer generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. M3 Pro have 8 GPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS, whereas M21 also have 8 GPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS. So it's a tie. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, M3 Pro comes with 2nd gen of Type-C connector, whereas M21 also have 2nd gen of Type-C connector. So it's a tie here. Moving to the price of the devices. In the international market, starting price of M3 is around $180 whereas M21 is available from $250 In the Indian market, M3 have starting range from 16,000 rupees, whereas M21 is available from 13,000 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera, the winner is M21. In the performance, the winner is M3 Pro. In the display, the winner is M3 Pro. In the body segment, it's a tie. In the features of the device, it's a tie. In the communication chips, it's a tie. And about the prices, the winner is M3 Pro. So the decision is totally yours. Which device you like the most so far? Let me know in the comment below. What do you think? Which device is better for you? So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.